Good day and greetings from the Great White North. My name is Prickly Poo and welcome to day 66 of A Year of Change. We aren't even halfway through the week and I think I'm done for the week. I don't want to go to work today. It is rainy and poopy outside and I'm just having one of those days where I do not want to go anywhere. Not because it's rainy outside and not because it's poopy outside, but just having one of those days where I don't want to go to work. That's all. I just want to be lazy. But this is hopefully my last week of having this horrible shift. I've got a mid shift right now, so basically my entire day is gone. I'd rather have an evening shift, which is what I'm hoping I'm going to get next week. It just depends on what they need. So I'm hoping anyway that I'll be able to move on to something which will be a little better for me because I'm normally a night owl, and as of the past few weeks, I've been getting up at 5 and 6 in the morning just to get everything done here and then go off and be at work for 11. And then I'm there all day long, which is horrible. So I'd rather show up late in the afternoon and stay until like 11 o'clock or midnight. Anyway, yeah, that's my little rant for the day, and then I'm pretty much done. So I'm still going to, even though it's raining, I'm still going to park on the hill. Don't worry. I'm not going to wish out at this point and just say, oh, I can't. It's raining, obviously. I'll melt. Things would be horrible. My little bald head will get all wet. But what I'm going to do today actually is basically what we've been doing for the past couple of Tuesdays. And that's hopefully anyway, adding a new YouTuber to our ranks. So the one that I've been looking at today was actually one of the first people that I started going through when I wanted to sort of make a list, and ended up actually going through all of their videos the other day because I want to try to find a good introduction for them. And normally I'll put in their very first video, but this one was really difficult because they're all really, really good. The person's name is Sarah Q. Officially, the channel's name is Sarah Q Say and Do, but I'm just going to say Sarah Q because I'm not going to keep saying that all the way through, because obviously there's lots of rhyming, and it'll just sound weird. I'll sound like something from the Grinch. So, she had started doing a vlog back in November of 2014, and she's done quite a few videos, probably, I think 10 or 11, and then they just sort of abruptly stopped. And I'm not sure why. She had, a good fan base. She had, lots of people supporting her. The comments were very positive in almost all of the videos. And she was, on top of everything else, she's really fucking funny. So it was one of those things that you really, when you're done watching them, you really want to see more. You're eager to know, how she's progressing and stuff like that. But the thing that sort of struck me was that it wasn't the same thing that what we're doing. It's not technically like a weight loss thing. We're sort of trying to get healthier and eating better and getting rid of all the junk food and bad things, and eventually down the road get to where we want to be. And hers was more of just sort of a practical application to things, a few rants here and there, but it's a different approach, but ideally it's still getting to the same spot, focusing more on getting to a stage where you're healthy rather than just thin. So I've added her in there, so you can go and take a look on the playlist as well. I've sent her an email in the hopes that it'll sort of bring her back and get her recording again. Because as you're watching them, you really, really want to see more. It's very, very funny as well. And there's an openness and honesty. I think I just spit all over the place. Sorry. There's an open and honesty in it. That's really good. That's really good. Really refreshing. I was going to say really refreshing, but when I'm thinking about it, the people that we've sort of been adding to this channel have had that. And I think it's really, really important. If you're going to be doing something like this, you can't say, oh, well, we're going to be doing this and this and this and not be open. And part of that, I think, is because people are going to know, like if you're cheating on your diet, if you're, not doing what you say you're going to do, things like that, people are going to, what do you saying, going? People are going to know. They're going to notice these things, and they're going to call you out on it. And on top of that, if you're shielded, if you're a little bit hidden, if you're sort of introverted, if you're introverted, you're not probably going to do one of these. But if you're sort of protecting yourself with that barrier and saying, well, I shouldn't really do this and I shouldn't say that and probably shouldn't broach this topic or that topic, then again, you're sort of holding back and people are going to know. And that's one of the benefits with this, that when I'm talking to you, in my head, I'm talking to a whole bunch of people. And I know that right now, as I'm recording this, there are very few people that are watching, but it makes it easier for me to address this as a crowd of you, if that makes any sense. In that you need to be able to be open and honest and say things like, no, you know what, I've blown my nose and it smelled like icing at one point. To be able to share those embarrassing stories, because we've all had them. And that does really come through in a lot of her videos. The one that's up there actually is technically it's not a roller skating one. It says roller skating, but it's actually a bit of sort of a rock mountain hike thing with a tiny thing of roller skating in it, but it's very funny. You'll understand once you see it. It's okay. So, I find with some of her videos that rather than focusing on things, like, she's very adamant that it's not, you don't have to say, okay, well, now you have to go to the gym for 3 days a week, and then today you have to have steamed Brussels sprouts and everything else. Some of her videos actually are just her playing with her kids and just saying, here are some practical things that you can do. Just go get outside, go for a walk. And I think that's really important, because it doesn't say, okay, well, you have to get to this stage before you're going to be able to actually start doing something. That it sort of shows at any stage that we're at, we can start, because anything is better than nothing. Bitter? I can't talk at all this morning. Anything is better than nothing. There we go. Better. I've lost my train of thought. That's all it took. One word in a stupid accent, and now I have no idea what I'm talking about. Her climbing the rock. There we go. There's this place called Enchanted Rock where she lives, and it's in Texas somewhere. And it's a video of her going up to the top and then I won't ruin the rest of it, because you really do have to watch it, because it's really entertaining. And I sincerely hope that she does sort of come back and start recording again, because it's one of those that you really want to continue watching. Even, aside from the rants and aside from the weight loss bits and, everything else that goes on, her personality really does come through. And it's just really, really nice to see. So I'm going to add her in there. And as I said, I've sent her off an email as well, hoping that, I don't know if it's the same. I don't want to send it to her business email, because I think that's a little intrusive. And, I don't want to, you are able to find her work email, because it's online. It's her own business. So it probably wouldn't be as bad as me just sending a random email to a workplace. But there is one dedicated to the channel, and those are the ones that I've been sending. Just to say hi and explain what we're trying to do and why I'd like them to sort of come into the community and stuff. And I think that she would be a really good addition to it. So if you can, go up, take a look. My hope is that by sort of increasing the traffic, and, she's got quite a bit as it is, even now with just that short number of videos, that increasing the traffic and, hopefully encouraging her to start recording again, because I think that, doing what we're doing, that she would be a very good addition, and I think she's going to be able to help quite a few people. So I unfortunately have not heard back from the previous week, so I'm assuming that is a no from them. I am still going to keep them in there, because whether or not they decide to join in with us, it is something that's still valid. So once I reach out to someone, I'm going to keep them in there. I don't think it's just fair to say, well, you didn't want to join us, so I'm taking you off my list. I'm still going to keep them in there, because it doesn't take away from what they've done in the past. It doesn't take away from, their attempt, and it doesn't take away from any inspiration that people are going to take from it. That even if someone has only posted 3 or 4 videos, if it's something that we can watch and we can learn from and we can take something away from, then I think it still has value to it. So, and you never know. 6 months down the road, maybe they just haven't read their email, and maybe they'll finally go in and say, oh, there's an email here I didn't bother reading, and then they'll come in. So we're going to leave things as they are. My hope is that eventually I am going to find someone that is going to sort of join in again, same way that we did with our very first one. Yay! Which is actually going quite well. So we're still sort of shooting ideas back and forth as to what we want to do. I think it's going to sort of go into a dialogue back and forth, and we'll record and we'll both post it on our respective channels. We're still debating on, well, I don't think it's a debate really, but we're still talking about sort of an intro, because you can't have just blankly starting. There's going to be some sort of introduction to a special thing like this. And we have different musical tastes, so I think it's just a matter of finding a happy medium. She has said, "Oh no, I don't care." It's like, yeah, but yeah, you know what I mean. So once we get all that stuff figured out and pick out a few topics, I think it's going to be interesting. That may be a little way down the road once scheduling and everything else gets underway, and of course just figuring out the logistics of recording and how we're going to do it, and because chances are I'm going to have to wear a headset. Because I can't really I have a mic separate from my camera, webcam, and if I have my speakers up, which is ideally what I want to do, the mic's going to pick it up, and then it's going to feed back into the speakers and come back out and back into the mic and out of the speakers and everything else, and that's when you get feedback and echo and all the horrible, horrible sounds that no one wants to hear. So I'm probably going to have to wear headphones. The only problem with that is that the only one I have is a really shitty $3 thing that I got for... I'm pretty sure it was just talking to someone on TeamSpeak or Skype or something. So, and it's not bad, but after about an hour, then I have this nice little imprint on the side of my head. So, I'd rather have something that's going to at least be symmetrical. So, and I need a new headset anyway, so I'll probably try to get something like that and go from there. Anyway, I'm going way off topic. Hey, we're at 12 minutes. So anyway, getting back to what we were talking about, that hopefully is going to sort of come through in the next few weeks, where we'll have an edition on there, and it'll be on my channel, it'll be on her channel, and that way we can sort of share back and forth. And as more people sort of join and they take part in these discussions, then we'll start adding more, and we'll always be able to link to their channels as well from the end of it. Again, like I say, it's just sort of a matter of deciding on a theme song, sort of. So just trying to find something that's going to fit both of us, that we're both going to agree to. And it's not that we're disagreeing, it's just that she has sort of said, no, it's fine. And I know that she's home going, that's horrible, I don't want that. So, I know you are. Anyway, that will be in a few weeks' time. Hopefully, if everything goes well, and hopefully if my schedule stays, goes where I think it's going to be going, so that my entire day isn't taken up by stupid work. Because I'd much rather just do this all day. Stay at home and record these and start adding new content and stuff like that. And I'm hoping eventually, a few years down the road, I'll be able to do that if YouTube is still around anyway. But for right now, I am stuck having to go to work and grind out stuff for a job. Not literally grinding stuff out. I don't grind things out. I work for, I'm not going to tell you anyway. Anyway, it's not grinding things. It's not physical labor. I'm sitting on my ass half the day, which I'm not really a fan of. But there are some cases like today when I'm really lazy that I'm probably going to be grateful that I don't have to do any moving, because I'm feeling really, really lazy. Anyway, I've gone all over the place once again. So anyway, to recap, shitty weather, don't want to go to work, new addition, hopefully, to the channel. And if you can, go up, take a look, leave some comments on there, because we still get those notifications when you comment on things. And I'm hoping that she's still monitoring at least the email account that's attached to her YouTube channel. And if she sees an increase in traffic, or she sees that someone's commenting and encouraging her to come back, even if it just means that she'll sort of come back and get involved with our community, not necessarily recording her own stuff, if she doesn't have the time. But I think that either way, she would be a really good addition to what we're trying to do here. As I said, there's a different approach to it, but as I've said before, I don't want a whole slew of people just doing the exact same thing and everyone going, yay, we all agree, because we aren't going to learn anything from that. And if it doesn't work, if what I'm saying isn't working and we have, 20 other people saying the exact same thing, then, it's not going to work if 20 other people say the same thing either. So the more diverse opinions that we have, then I think the more help that we're going to be able to provide to people, the more people are going to be successful with this, and they're going to be able to stay motivated quite a bit more. But anyway, that's it, I guess, for this. Because otherwise, once again, I'm going to start repeating. And I say this at the end of almost every single fucking video now. Is that, well, I'm going to leave, otherwise I'm going to start rambling, which I've already done. Or I'm going to start repeating myself, which I've already done. So I should really sort of at least have a cheat sheet of something that I can look at. You just sort of stick it on the wall somewhere, so every now and then I can just go, and topic number 4. So, and then hopefully, well, of course, I was spitting everywhere, so it might get spit on it. Anyway, I have to go to work, and I really don't want to. But in the meantime, go up, take a look at her videos. Once again, her name is Sarah Q, and you can go up to the playlist and just sort of go from her channel from there to her channel from there. I think you'll really enjoy them. I started at the very beginning and just watched all of them again last night. They're really entertaining, and I think that, I'm sincerely hoping that she's going to sort of come into the flock, as it were. But until then, thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, please poke the like button for me. And in the meantime, keep yourself warm and fuzzy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.